Hey folks, and welcome back to What the Tech. Today we take a look at the HyperX Alloy FPS mechanical gaming keyboard. HyperX have been in the peripheral department for some time now with their extremely successful HyperX Cloud range of gaming headsets. Continuing on from this success, the HyperX Alloy FPS mechanical gaming keyboards have been making some waves, and thanks to the awesome folks at HyperX, we've had a brand new Alloy FPS gaming keyboard to take a look at. This one sporting Cherry MX brown switches. That's right, got a specific style of switch you like? You can choose from brown, red or blue switches on the Alloy FPS, but more on that in a little bit. Let's take a look around the HyperX Alloy FPS. You can see it has a strong minimalistic style, not too dissimilar to that of the Swora FX from Roccat. A sleek, sturdy, no-nonsense steel chassis gives the Alloy FPS a nice feel and weight. No flex or bending here. The board comes with a detachable 1.8 meter USB cable and a separate USB charging port at the rear. Just remember to plug in both USB connections if you're wanting to use the additional USB charging port. The braided cable feels durable and sports a red and black theme to go with the red LED lighting. Included in the box are 8 replaceable keys to swap out the numbers 1 to 4 and the WASD keys. Whilst at first glance I thought this to be nothing more than just a throwaway colour scheme change, the keycaps feel absolutely amazing, with a weighty metallic feeling and the WASD keys sporting a contoured design which feel great when in use and make snapping back to strafing and movement extremely easy with tactile feedback. You'll also get a fabric carry bag for portability, including an accessories pocket. Other than that, there isn't too much to point out with the HyperX Alloy FPS out of the box. It's basically a sleek, minimalistic design focused primarily on quality and not attaching unused bells and whistles. People used to having dedicated media controls or macro keys may find using the function key a pain. However, my personal preference has always been on a minimalistic design, so the HyperX Alloy FPS layout suits my style perfectly. Now, there isn't a huge amount of features that Alloy FPS can boast about, but the features it does have are excellent and focus on performance and quality. With a variety of Cherry MX switches at your disposal, you can elect to purchase 3 variations of the Alloy FPS with Cherry MX blue, red or brown switches. Now, without going into too much detail, the general rule of thumb regarding the switches that will be right for you boil down to the blue equates more to word processing, red are more gaming specific responsiveness, and brown are a nice middle ground in between the two. Since we're reviewing the MX brown switch variant of the Alloy FPS, we can tell you that it has good word processing and typing functionality while still managing to maintain excellent responsiveness in gaming. Also worth noting here is the fact that the brown switches seem to provide a relatively quiet noise output, at least in comparison to the Roccat Swora FX, which uses TTC blue switches, and the Logitech G810, which uses Roma G switches. Something we found relatively surprising considering the Cherry MX blue switches tend to be quite audible. Lighting is something that leaves a little bit to be desired, with no software support to alter or adjust lighting effects. Instead, you'll be using the function key with the arrow keys to cycle through the different lighting effects and brightness. To be fair, the built-in effects are impressive, however HyperX have missed a trick on 2 fronts. One being the lack of RGB lighting, and 2 the fact that key mapping, lighting and functions are not supported with a suite of software, both of which are becoming more and more available across most other brands. Now, I understand that to hit that $130 price bracket for the Alloy FPS, sacrifices have to be made. However, it does feel like you're missing out a bit without these features. Marketed as an FPS keyboard, it's only fair we put the Alloy FPS through some general gaming scenarios. I found that in pretty much any FPS there were no issues with sticking or ghosting, with the Alloy FPS supporting anti-ghosting and N-key rollover. It took a little while to find that sweet spot with the actuation point to get maximum responsiveness, but once you've been in the game for an hour or so, it provides excellent performance. Whilst it's clearly marketed towards FPS gameplay, the Alloy FPS doesn't miss a beat in any other form of gaming, including RTS, MOBA or even fighter styles. That's right, I played a MOBA and sucked. The keyboard though was not to blame. So the HyperX Alloy FPS sits in that $130 to $140 price point and is in direct competition with Logitech G610 Orion, Corsair K63 Compact and the Razer Black Widow Ultimate 2016. With these heavyweight competitors, it would be easy to dismiss the Alloy FPS with the lack of RGB lighting and software functionality. However, there is something about the Alloy FPS. From the sturdy metal frame, minimalistic design, and choice of red, blue or brown Cherry MX switches, there is a lot going for the Alloy FPS, and the basis of a top quality gaming keyboard is there. Some may prefer the added features and functions of the G610 or the RGB lighting of the K63, but for me, the HyperX Alloy FPS delivers almost exactly what I want for my personal preferences: sleek, functional and sturdy construction. This will definitely be at odds with a number of you out there, and if HyperX could have included RGB lighting and customizable software support, I'd have to say it would be a no-brainer for just about anyone. As it stands, I'll have to leave it up to you to decide on if this is the keyboard for you. Overall, we give the HyperX Alloy FPS mechanical gaming keyboard 3 out of 5 bids. Thanks for watching today, folks. If you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button, feel free to comment below, and we'll see you on the next What the Tech.